In my last video, I showed you my success story of getting the drive shaft out of the exhaust housing on this engine, and because it really belongs in here in order to rebuild this pump. But while I've got all of this apart, I'm replacing the drive shaft seals that sit on top of the bearing right there. And I've got the first one in. So these are, give you a little close-up of this bearing. There are two of these that go on this inside that housing there, and everything I read online and comments I got and suggestions I got say that these go back to back. So I've got the first one in already, and I got it seated in there, and I wanted to make sure that it was seated correctly. So I was using a series of taps with a large enough socket and making sure that I keep to the outer edges of the metal part of the seal. And then I used my calipers with the depth gauge end to just kind of take some measurements around to make sure that it's seated evenly and securely against that bearing. So I'm getting ready to put the second one in now. So I'm going to lube it up a little bit with just a little bit of oil, and get that one started. So just kind of a little bit around the edges. So this one's going to go in the opposite direction of our first one. It's going to go so that the spacer area, the area that's open, and is the part that faces up, so that you end up with two flat surfaces back to back. And kind of want to get this started evenly. And I'm going to get a wooden block to start this. Got a nice round wooden dowel. That's a good size for this. Now what I'm going to do is grab a socket a little bit smaller than this one. And again, making sure I tap toward the outer edges. Kind of rotating it around, getting a good tight seal. All right, and I think that's about it. Got the shaft seals in place now, and I'm just kind of feeling the edge of that and making sure that's nice and flush, and it is. So, and made sure nothing got dinged up or moved, and everything looks to be in good shape. Now let's see if we can put this drive shaft in. A lot nice, tighter fit, so that's going to really help keeping the water out of the mixing with the oil inside the gear case. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.